Is Pokemon doomed? We are seeing MSRP increase for Japanese booster packs, which will also affect their booster boxes. They don't really get a whole lot of other products. Occasionally they'll get those like file collections and essentially an ETB variant, but their booster packs are rising about 10%, which is like, I don't know, 20 yen or something like that. To put that in perspective for USD, that's like 13%, or I mean 13 cents, I'm sorry. And obviously we're in a different environment than we usually are. I don't have power. I just got home from work, so we're just going to try to make this video in my car, edit it using my hotspot when I get in, and hopefully we get power and I can upload the video. But back to the video. So essentially, booster boxes in Japan are going to be about $4 more for MSRP, from I think 5,400 yen to 6,000 yen. Is this a huge deal for, everybody that imports Japanese product? Probably not. Does that really, are we really going to see that on our side, that $4? Probably not, just because stuff is so over MSRP already that, honestly, I want to say it's going to come out of Japan suppliers' pockets, because, or maybe it's just, honestly, it's probably just baked in. It's already baked in. We won't notice it because it's baked in the price. Your normal $100 box is either going to stay a $100 box or it's going to go to a $104 box. Mega Dream will either stay 90 or whatever it is, 95, or it'll be 99. That's it, it's the move on to the consumer type of expense, which, if Pokemon's doing that to all of us, I buy from a Japanese supplier, they're going to pass that on to me. That's another expense for me. I'm going to pass it on to you, etc. And if a shop buys from me, it's already baked into my price, so it's going to be baked into their price, etc., etc., etc. The issue with this, last time they did this was at the start of Scarlet and Violet in, I believe, October of 2022. And what did they do in December of 2022 for US? The US price went up as well, which was, I want to say it was about 10%. It was whenever booster boxes went from, what was it, 144 to 161. So that's what, 16, that's like a $17 increase, something like that, $18 increase, whatever it was. Honestly, I would assume the same thing's going to happen. I mean, we kind of already saw the writing on the wall. At least there was some talk in some of the Discords I'm in and stuff, like, hey, y'all think they're going to raise MSRP? Yeah, MSRP is probably going to be like 180 now, a booster box. And yeah, they're citing rising costs and stuff like this. And yeah, sure, we use a different factory than they do in Japan. And oh, you know who else talked about rising prices? Canadians. I think their booster boxes are like $4 more through distro as well. So maybe Pokemon, kind of just kept it quiet and just raised the price on distro. I truthfully don't know. But I saw that on the Poke Office's, I don't want to say podcast, but I guess podcast, live stream, whatever it's really called. But I like to watch it just because he's a business who's doing something that I want to do. Sorry, this is kind of hard for me to hold upright, even. I'm holding on my steering wheel. But yeah, it's a live stream podcast, whatever you want to call it, that I enjoy watching because there's a lot of business stuff. He's talking about how he's gonna strategize and stuff, and he brought that up. So I was like, oh yeah, of course. That's probably tariff related or shipping cost related or whatever. And then, I don't know, a week later, flashback, fast forward to today, and there's the Poke Beach article, which actually came out 2 days ago, and I'm just now reading it. I'm behind on things, I guess. But I stumbled across the article. I'm like, why is nobody talking about this? This is kind of a big deal. Everybody looks to the past to, kind of navigate the future. We do that in stocks. We do that in history. We do that basically everywhere. As you can tell, there's a lot of snow on my window now just from sitting here. So with that, kind of see the writing on the wall. MSRP is going to increase. I don't know if it's going to increase, like next month like they did in 2022. I think it's going to be like at the start of the next generation, Gen 10, whatever it's going to be. I don't know. Make up something. The New England region of Pokemon, just because go Patriots. Yeah, go Patriots. So the New England region of the New England region of Pokemon for Gen 10, your MSRP is going to be raised, whatever, 50 cents a pack. So your booster box is going to be $18 more. It's going to be like $180. And then your, I guess, ETBs are going to be $5 more. Your booster bundles are going to be like $30 MSRP, which kind of already are just because big box is taxing like that, you know what I'm saying? But the flip side of that as well is they're struggling so bad to keep up with demand. Like, Ascended Heroes literally got pushed back a month. They had 3-pack blisters, and that was it for release day. It is so bad that they are moving the tournaments back. Do you know how much of a pain that is for a gigantic corporation and all these like sanctioned events and all sorts of shit like that? Do you know how much of a pain that is to move all of that? I'm sure they thought of everything they possibly could, and they're just like, look, it just makes more sense to just move the tournaments. And not even that they put a concrete schedule in, like we're going to be caught up. They put, I'll try to put the post up if I can. They put that essentially what the wording is, it's something along the lines of when a set comes out, it has to be the ETB or booster bundles that come out, and then the set, that block that rotates in or whatever you want to call it, becomes legal 2 weeks, not even on release date, 2 weeks afterwards. So Ascended Heroes, which was supposed to be, released on Friday, and I don't know if it's normally, on release day, they automatically become tournament legal, meaning the cards. I don't know if that's normally how that works, or if it's normally 2 weeks after. I'm not 100% sure. It's probably 2 weeks after, but Ascended Heroes released on Friday. And now we get ETBs a month later. Ascended Heroes cannot be in tournaments for a whole month and a half. Do you understand that? Like, that is how far behind they are. That is how bad it is. It's not, it wasn't an option for this new, whatever, 1 million square foot facility. It was a necessity. And we still have a whole nother year before this thing's up and fully operational and running and churning out Pokemon cards. This is crazy. This is absolutely crazy. And not only that, we have a full year release for Ascended Heroes. It is literally Prismatic 2.0. If you don't think we're going to get a figure collection, a pin collection, whatever you want to call it, or the EV pouch collection, the surprise boxes, if you don't think we're going to get that, I mean, obviously we are, but how is a company this big, this far behind? I think it's because they want to keep printing Prismatic, to be absolutely fair. How many times can you print Prismatic and nothing else? And we have had wave after wave after wave of Prismatic, and Prismatic price has not gone down. Don't get me wrong. There is a ton of playable cards in Prismatic, and that's why Prismatic's the perfect set for this, because no matter how much they pump out Prismatic, that thing will not go to zero. It will never go to zero. I find it very hard to see if Prismatic will ever even be MSRP. I just can't see it. Is Pokemon doomed? Kinda. Like, there's a lot of sets that aren't going to be getting the meaningful reprints that they need. I'm hoping it's all the bad ones. Looking at you, Shroud Fable. Looking at you, Stellar Crown. Looking at you, Journey. Oh, I mean, they're already getting booster bundles. But perfect order, looking at you. I'm hoping the thought process is, perfect order is a bad set, small set, they won't need to reprint it. Then the next set, maybe same deal. Maybe hype dies down a little bit. Maybe it's like, okay, now we have a little bit of breathing room. We can go, you know what I'm saying? And then they'll catch up on some stuff. Once the pressure eases up just a smidge, then you can move. It's like jujitsu. If there's a ton of pressure on you, man, that just sucks. It's hard to move. It's hard to get out of where you're at, but you just want it gone. And then as soon as you get it gone, you're like, oh, I can actually think clearly. I can move now. Like, this is nice, but you have to relieve the pressure first. Maybe that's a bad example. So, is Pokemon actually doomed? No. Pokemon will be fine long term, just like they've always been. 30 years of history, it'll be fine. Are you going to struggle to get Pokemon cards this year? Are you going to struggle to get Ascended Heroes? Absolutely. I'm struggling. I can't get stuff for a good price. I can't find stuff. Japanese product seems like less and less people are wanting it, in my opinion. And it doesn't matter how good the price is or how good of a price I can find. It just doesn't move that well. It doesn't move fast. I don't know if it's because everybody and their brother has it. I try to be cheaper than others. I have a hard time selling Japanese product without English. The last few Japanese boxes I moved online, like without TCG Player, on my own store, have been because I had English product. So they buy English product and then they get, like the new Japanese box. Something along those lines. Or they liked Inferno X. They're like, okay, yeah, that's a good price. I'll grab that. Other than that, like, I can sell some on TCG Player, but most of the time I don't sell on TCG Player because the 13 whatever % fees cut out anything I would make and I automatically lose, like $10 after shipping. That's not a good way to run a business, So it's just going to be very tough to get product at a good price, especially MSRP, especially Ascended Heroes. Is that going to kill Pokemon? No. No, it's not. Absolutely not. But the greed is about to go through the roof, and it's about to get rough. I think things get worse before they get better, especially if they're going to put out a good set. And Ninja Spinner, whatever that's going to be, everybody thinks that's Greninja. If that's a banger of a set, that's going to go nutty, just like Ascended Heroes, just like Destined Rivals. And then whatever, Abyss Eye, if that's Darkrai or Garantino or whatever, that's going to go nutty. And if Storm Emeralda is Rayquaza, Big Daddy Ray, that's just going to go so parabolic and crazy and stupid that we're all going to be broke and we're never going to be able to find it. So Pokemon doomed? No, but things are going to get rough. And MSRP is going to go up. I'm predicting Gen 10. Could it be sooner? Probably. And good luck if you play in the tournaments. That's all I got for you guys. Sorry for the car video, shaky video, kind of, just a low budget video. This is a low budget video, but there's good information. But low budget production video. There we go. All right. I like that one. Yeah, I like that one. If you like the video, hit that subscribe button and head on over to my website, maxpacks.com. Get yourself some English product. Get yourself some Japanese product, I still got Mega Dream. We got Evolving Skies, Prismatic, all the good stuff, Inferno X. I want to say there's still some Phantasmal Flames. You know what I'm saying. We got some of the good stuff. I'll see you guys on the next one. Be safe out there.